What is up, you guys? It's your boy Rob, Hollow Avarice, back again to play some more Genshin Impact. We are diving in. We just finished earlier today the ARCHON quest line. We did some pulls for our boy Sino. It took us 57 plus 88. There's a lot of pulls to get Sino. 145 pulls. We lost the 50-50, got another Mona. But we did get Sino in the end, and we C5'd Kandake, sorry. But we were able to play around with them for a bit while we finished the Aranyaka storyline. A storyline that was essentially the length of Act 1 and Act 2 of the ARCHON quest. It was touching, though. I teared up a little bit at the end. But we are here now to play the proper 3.1 update. We're going to continue the ARCHON quest line, the King of the Desert, and the 3 Magi. Before I get started, guys, make sure you're following me on Twitch if you're watching this on Twitch. If you're watching it on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, all that bullshit. Without further ado, let's hop right in. Ad Astra Abyssosque. We had to talk to Catherine to go through Tighnari's quest line a little.
Hi, Catherine. Do you have any commissions for us today?
And when it became apparent that this was the beginning of the ARCHON quest line, I tried to reset it. Nope, I was stuck in it, so that is where we're starting.
Commissions, huh? Let me think. Oh, how about this? Please attend the Academia's Academic Symposium this afternoon and recite a love poem on stage.
Wait, say what now?
And if possible, please also use your camera to capture the reaction of the audience upon finishing the poem.
Huh? What kind of commission is that?
Yo, bro, what's up?
I see.
Hello,
It
good
appears
sir.
that
How
you're
you
not
doing tonight?
interested in this commission. In that case, please go to Port Armos and convince the Eremites there to spend some time volunteering at the local orphanage.
Hey, that's not any better.
I'm sure the mercenaries will have some interesting reactions as well.
Paimon's gotta ask. Just who exactly has been submitting these commissions to the Adventurers Guild?
Yeah, I've been pretty good. It's been a heck of a week so far. It's been a long week. It's only 3 days into it.
Well, actually, I just wanted to see the two of you in action.
You're Nahida. This is where I got to when I realized it was the ARCHON quest. The fact that it was voiced should have given it away from me.
Was it so obvious?
Yeah, no, it's obviously work's going well, but
That kind of chance to observe humans doesn't come by often.
due to the storm that's hitting the States right now, one of the people in my group had to go down to Florida to take care of family. Can't blame them for that. So we're just doing this entire, and they're obviously not going to make it up for the rest of the week. They are trapped down there. So we are doing this entire week short-staffed, so it's just been a little hectic.
So it's Nahida. Paimon just knew Catherine wouldn't crack those kinds of jokes. When did you get into her head? From when she said, Ad Astra Abyssosque? So it's been you this whole time? Are you done resting up, Nahida? Yes. I've been sleeping ever since we
How have things
parted
been going
ways,
for you?
And I even had a really, really long dream.
So the Akasha can't take away the dreams of
It
gods.
was another dream about the Sub-Zerus festival, except it was a happy one.
Great as in work, not as in the Florida part. Yeah, no, I gotcha.
In my dream, I was sitting in the middle of a flower terrace, and everyone in Sumeru City was holding hands as they danced in circles around me. They danced round and round, and everyone looked really happy.
Nahida just wants to be included and wants to feel special. She wants people to hang out with
I
her.
also got to sit on a gigantic flower carriage. fairs, the Night of Flowers, raised me really, really high above the ground. And I was throwing an endless amount of Yalda candies at the children.
You know, Nahida, maybe your dream is how the Sub-Zero's festival really should be. It's meant to be a joyous time where everyone gets together to celebrate your birthday.
Yeah.
Wasn't I describing a really happy dream? Why
Aw.
are you both looking at me like that? Wait, could this be an example of the emotion known as pity?
No,
Oh.
I'm pitying you. That would only make everything worse.
It's okay. You got
Just
stories for
don't
me?
want you to feel too sad.
One day at a time, man. One day at a time, brother. I gotcha.
By the way, have you had a chance to visit Dunyarzad?
I hear
How's she
ya.
doing? The Homianis haven't allowed any visitors after the festival, so we haven't been able to check on her.
Yes, I paid her a visit right after I woke up. She was resting at the time. Her condition is stabilized. However, since Elazar is a manifestation of the withering on the human body, we can only cure it by finding a way to take care of Irminsul's own withering.
But I did just defeat the source of the withering in our last stream. When I went and defeated Mirana's avatar, so technically they should be... Hell yeah, man.
But for the moment, our top
I'm
focus
gonna
should
enjoy
still
it.
be figuring out what the sages are up to and what they're planning.
Right. Who knows what'll happen if they manage to pull off another scheme like the Samsara of the Sub-Zero's festival?
So our first priority should be investigating and putting a stop to the sages' activities. As for how we should pull that off, let's discuss it somewhere else. There are too many adventurers around here.
Oh, good point. Sorry, adventurers. We're gonna be borrowing Catherine for a little while.
2 days, man. 2 days away. That's all I need. Okay, so we're going to make... We obviously got to get down to the desert at some point. Nope, that one. There you go. What is this? Oh, that was just something I got. A world quest. Okay.
Let's continue our...
Okay, so do you have any ideas on how we can investigate the sages, Nahida?
Actually, I've
Then why would
already
you make
done
me
a little
walk
bit
that
of work
far?
on that. But for now,
3 feet.
I want to hear your thoughts.
Could you possess a key figure?
I've already tried that. But all the key members of the Academia, even the core of 30 guards, intentionally avoid wearing their Akasha terminal. It seems that from the very beginning, they've been guarding against info leaks from the Akasha. Of course, it could also be because they're weary of me.
Have you already caught the sage's attention?
I'm guessing not yet. But distrusting me would make perfect sense if they've ever paid attention to the urban legends about me. In any case, I probably can't take over their minds directly. No way, that's too risky.
You mean it'd be too
No, it's not that. We shouldn't involve innocent students in this.
Oh?
A single mistake could completely ruin their lives. Doing
She
that
cares so
would be
much.
ignoring the safety of my people for my own selfish goals. How is that any different from what the sages are doing?
That's a good point. Spoken like the god of Sumeru.
We're in the dark as of now. Since we still
Grab
don't
someone
know
and
anything
question 'em?
about their goals, any rash
Interrogation.
move could tip them off and lead to terrible consequences. After all, every person in Sumeru City is one of their hostages.
Nahida, you're super smart, so you already have something in mind, right? Don't keep us in
According to a popular theory from the Vahumana Darshan of the Academia, rejecting impractical motions at the beginning of a planning session will give more weight to the actual proposal.
Vahumana. History.
Okay, but aren't you the god of wisdom? You don't have to use that kind of gimmick to make us take your ideas seriously.
Well, I've been thinking that if I can't directly possess the leaders, And if I can't get ordinary people involved, then I should find someone who's already involved, but hasn't decided to side with the sages.
You're saying we should recruit a spy? Oh, before coming back, we met someone named Alhaitham. He seems like he acts alone.
Yeah.
And he likes doing stuff.
Actually, I already have someone in mind. Do you still remember that female scholar named Sataria?
No.
Sataria. Paimon remembers now. Isn't she the one who's always trailing behind the Grand Sage of the Academia?
Yes, I do remember her now. Okay.
We ran into her basically every time the Sub-Zero's festival repeated itself.
I remember.
You can even say we're
I remember.
old enemies by now. Paimon still remembers the smug and mean way she always spoke to Nilu.
Mm-hmm. I've always liked observing all kinds of people. She was born in the desert and was hailed as their greatest genius. Her academic gifts allowed her special admission into the academia, and also gave her the opportunity to serve as the sage's assistant.
Oh, Paimon didn't know she was from the desert. She must be pretty special then. Paimon feels like most of the desert dwellers around the city are working as mercenaries.
The name Sataria means star. When she lived in the desert, she shone like the brightest star in the night sky. Later on, she was chosen by the sun. The star was given a place in the daytime sky to complement the sun's dazzling light. Soon after, the star witnessed the sun scorching the earth, which brought forth many disasters. The star began to waver. Instead of staying beside such a sun, wouldn't it be better to return and light up part of the night sky? But in the end, she couldn't give up the radiance of daytime. To cope with her shame, the star buried her guilt and closed her eyes.
From the sound of it, Sataria's just hung up on the research opportunities, but she doesn't really support the academia. She still feels guilty about not doing more for the desert, right?
Indeed. When they are presented with complex moral issues, many people will simply plug their ears and go with the flow until the problem can't be fixed anymore. She's suppressing a lot of guilt, but before she realized it, she had already become the sage's accomplice. Right. We must somehow make her face her problems again. That way, not only can we get useful intel from her, but she can also use it as an opportunity to redeem herself. From my past observations, Sataria will take a day off from the academia every 10 days to do some shopping in the city. Tomorrow afternoon just happens to be a shopping day for her. To prepare, let's go check out some of her favorite spots.
You know what? Now that we are... Since this party is gone...
We can help.
Let's do...
Who's our next target?
I promise to keep you...
Oh, I didn't change the party, though. So here's our boy Sino. We, of course, also have a little mini Cloud Shaper bird that we got for the 2nd anniversary of the game. So Sino and Candace. You know what? I haven't done any equipment for her. Increased damage against opponents affected by Hydro, and she does Hydro, so that's actually pretty solid. go. It's not Tuesday or Friday, so I can't get that. Damn. Alright, Alright, for him, I'm trying to boost his elemental mastery, I believe. What does it scale to? Cyano's damage value increased based on his elemental mastery. Okay. And her. I think everything scales to her HP. Okay. I do not have good artifacts. Artifact grinding is the one thing I still really have yet to do. For now, do you? Is an elemental mastery 25? Sure. What is this, instructor? That's crit damage. Let's do that because that's 2 elemental. Okay. If I have another troop one, that's a Wanderer's troop. That's really good. That's on Kokomi. We'll do that, which also does crit damage and HP and energy recharge. And this one, for a crit rate. And then I can boost those up in a minute. So for her, I wanted to sort HP and HP percentage, right? HP and crit rate. That's HP and HP percentage. Not bad. Let's go with that for now. Complete Aranyaka. That was huge. That freaking quest was 8.5 hours. Was longer than both of the previous quest for this, the Archon quest line. Alright, we're actually not far from... These two are going to take a hot minute. Unlock all teleport waypoints, and... Could have swore I did. I'm only missing one. Oh, I gotta find it. And then the desert. All right. So that's the shield, right? All right. How long can I hold the shield up for? That was a long time.
This should be Sataria's favorite fortune-telling spot.
So should we ask the fortune teller about Sataria?
No, I already have enough information on Sataria. The most important thing now is for you to pay attention to the vendor's talking style and key characteristics.
Talking style?
My poor lost lambs. Have you become troubled over your fate? The divine voice of wisdom often echoes between mine ears. If thou be blessed today by the gods, I may be able to show you the way.
Huh? Really?
Shh! My friend here has some doubts regarding her future. Can we get a fortune reading for her?
Alright.
Of course, of course. In that case... It would seem that Harut and Marut are quite wary of you. Perhaps, at some time in the past, you have somehow offended the gods.
Harut and Marut are quite wary of you.
Only mocking the god of
Only
animal,
mocking the god of
questioning
animal,
the
questioning...
lord of Geo's financial savviness, and brawling with the god of Electro. Do those count?
Ha!
Oh, nothing. Go on, pick an aspect for her to divine.
Health prospects. No problem at all. The gods have spoken. The truth shall be revealed. Your life shall continue on for many tens of thousands of years.
Ha 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 ha!
Harut, Marut, did you two...
Actually, Paimon thinks this is probably the most accurate fortune.
I admit that the orientation of today's celestial matrix
Is suboptimal.
suboptimal.
Is that so?
If you were to bring some food offerings for Harut and Marut on your next visit.
Why would I want to reverse those wheels of fate? They said I gotta live for thousands of years. Harut and Marut, you guys are good kitties. Good job.
Is this another one of Sataria's?
Yep, it belongs to a king. His father helped Sataria a lot when she first moved to Sumeru. When I start talking with him,
Ah, dear customers. Would you like to look at some pottery?
We caught wind of your great craftsmanship.
Oh, I recognize you. Aren't you Miss Catherine from the Adventurers Guild?
Speaking of, where did you learn this trade?
I suppose you could say it all started with my dad. He's a mason by trade, but I picked up an interest in clay while apprenticing for it. After that, I began making pottery by myself in secret. And I simply changed trades when my works turned out well. Although it's a pity that I'm no longer making much use of the knowledge provided to me by the Akasha.
That's nice. You're making a living doing something you love.
So is your father still working as a mason?
Oh no, not anymore. A few years back, he fell from a roof and broke his leg. Since he had already saved enough Mora over all these years, he's just enjoying the retired life in Port Ormos nowadays.
I see. I'll have someone in charge of logistics at the guild come by another day for some goods. We'll leave you to it.
No problem. Rest easy, all our goods are sure to meet your every
All right.
this should be our final stop. Sataria's always thinking of this restaurant when she's working at the academia. So she always comes by whenever she's out in the city.
Nahida, you've really thought of everything.
It's my duty to protect
Hearing her
Sumeru's
voice come out of
citizens,
Catherine
after
is so
all.
odd. Now, I mean, we
Hi
did
there.
see one scene in the
I've seen
teaser
you down by the
trailer.
docks before.
Huh? Sorry, I don't quite remember.
If I recall, you were having a discussion with someone about shipbuilding at the time.
Ah, that's right. I've always been really interested in feats of marine engineering. After all, I grew up in Liyue Harbor and spent my entire childhood staring at the
Is it
ships
Keyshawn?
going in and out of the port. I came to Sumeru to study, but failed to make it into the academia due to my lack of talent. But I'm still discussing all kinds of problems with different scholars, and I'm continuing to study and perform research from the restaurant's basement. I'm sure I'll get
That's
to the
cool.
academia after their next round of exams.
What an admirable spirit.
Sure.
So this restaurant has a basement?
That's right. It's not usually open.
I see.
Thank you so much.
People with dreams. Down legs, though.
Flee!
So there's a tap does a burst. And a hold grows it into a shield, and when I release that, it explodes. I should... I want to check something. How many do I have? I have 3 more rusts. I got 3 more rusts today. So I could bring this up to refinement 5 if I wanted to. I should grab one of those tomorrow so I can ascend this to the next level. I should grab. See if I can craft them. Let's check this out. It's down there. It's down there. Pardon. Now, what was it that I wanted to craft? I don't have any. Purchase from the souvenir shop in Liyue. I mean, let's just check it out. If I can upgrade that, it might make this upcoming desert trek a little easier, since I want to try it with Candace and Sino, and they are underleveled. I really wish these guys would eventually restock. I mean, like, eventually, because that would be dope. This is available tomorrow, and this on Friday. I do have enough to ascend now, though. What else do I have in here? I love that her cloak has like stars on it. That's really cool. Alright. We also got to see some of the trailers, or a little thing dropped for Nahida and the upcoming new 4-star Layla, who are going to be in 3.2. Okay. Let's keep moving.
Was that everybody?
3 familiar faces should be enough for Sataria.
What's the point of all the information we've collected?
She's gonna possess them.
You still haven't told us how you're planning to make Sataria face her problems.
Sataria is already used to avoiding her problems, so we must find a way to break through her usual sensibility. I remember that you mentioned that the Eremites in Port Ormos are all making a fuss about the upcoming resurrection of the Scarlet King.
King Deseret.
Although it's all just a boatload of nonsense, the fate of her homeland may turn out to be Sataria's soft spot.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. You want to... Although she knows she should return home to help the people of the desert, all she's done is conspire with the sages.
If King Deseret were to criticize her actions...
Well, the Scarlet King is long gone, and Sataria is also too smart to fall for any simple tricks. If we simply engaged her under the guise of the Scarlet King's believers, she would definitely be wary of it. But if we were to borrow some of her close acquaintances to talk with her, her reaction would probably be very different.
So, you mean...
Yep. Possess them through the Akasha. Imply that they've already converted to the faith of the Scarlet King, and then convey our made-up will of the Scarlet King. As long as everything goes smoothly, we'll get through to Sataria for sure.
So that's how you're going to use all the info we collected on these people. It's so that you won't slip up and break form.
Exactly. Huh?
Gotcha.
Best of luck.
That's no problem at all. I'll just share all their senses with you once I've possessed them. As long as you're also wearing an Akasha terminal.
That is pretty convenient.
Although I've been observing humans for a while, I've never been good at imitating them.
You're not wrong. It's always been painfully obvious.
I tried my best.
If it was at all possible, I would have preferred to leave these people alone.
Yeah, don't beat yourself.
All right, then.
Wait until the following afternoon. At 12. Stand here perfectly still for 1 day. There she is. There she is.
Here she comes. Sataria, let's quietly follow her. Once as for how we'll sway her to our side, I'll leave that to you. I trust.
Looks like they've already started talking. Let's find a hiding spot.
Behind a bush. We're ever so slightly on a different level. Mind transfer jutsu.
That's right. You really can't force anything when it comes to love. And besides, everyone around me has a very different background and outlook.
Oh, of course.
Okay then. Strange. I always thought they were quiet, happy kitties. Oh, what are their names again?
Harut and Marut.
Oh, that's right. They are just little darlings, aren't they? Harut and Marut.
So, which fortune?
I'd like to get another reading on my love prospects, but to be perfectly honest with you, I feel like I've been a real mess recently.
A mess?
Well, could you do a reading on how long it'll take me?
I hear you. No problem at all. The gods are asking, Setaria, why haven't I gone? Setaria, why don't you just go home? It's a...
And if I may ask, Nabia, is there a specific god who's speaking to you right?
What an inconsiderate and naive question. The god who is speaking to me is, of course, the wisest and mightiest of all, the Scarlet King.
The Scarlet King? No wonder he would make such a demand of me. Oh, wait a second. Even though news of the Scarlet King's resurrection has been spreading like wildfire, it's all just a misinformation campaign from the academia. How can the Scarlet King still exist in real life?
Okay, well that's something.
What insolence! I am the Scarlet King's most loyal believer. Do you wish to...
Oh, no. As a child of the desert, I am only reveling in his power upon learning that his divine... I will think very carefully about his demand of me. I'm sorry. I must go now.
Wait!
Paimon and Catherine.
Oh, she just ran.
Well done. Setaria didn't seem to suspect anything amiss. To have something she's been trying desperately to avoid show up out of nowhere and berate her, that must have shaken her.
She's so confused, that little kid. Look at her.
Aw, Nahida.
All I know are some abstract Harava-taught theories. And in any case, my time... Anyway, enough of...
She's out of Keem's now. Right on cue. Let's get ready to possess him right away.
Alright, I remember his backstory, but I guess I should have paid more attention to individual phrases and speaking terms.
It's okay. I just got caught up in something. Oh, actually, didn't you ask me to help you look for work? What kind of work were you looking for again? Oh, right. Your old man's craft. How could I forget? Speaking of, how's he doing? Is he feeling any better? Oh, that's good to hear. I have been thinking a lot about him.
He's walking more now.
If I could get some more time... Actually, while we're talking about...
Yeah, he's been retired there for a while.
If you could find the time, please write him a letter. Please pass on that recently, faith in the Scarlet King has taken root in Port Ormos, and has begun to spread across Sumer. He has a quick temper, and has always been a devout follower of the Dendro Archon. I don't want him to get into a fight with those Scarlet King believers because of a difference in belief.
Oh? So, who are you siding with in all of this? The Academia or the Scarlet King? I'm so jealous of you. You were born a child of the desert, yet you chose to betray the Scarlet King, and now you...
Akeem! You don't mean... You've also become a believer of the Scarlet King?
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise Scarlet King? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
Can't pick a side? Me?
Whoa. Paimon had no idea you'd be so good at this.
It wasn't too harsh.
You really zeroed in on the issue and put it right in front of... But once everything is over, I'll be sure to pay her a visit to her mind and explain everything.
Okay.
Come on!
I just want to check him.
Whoa. What?
They seem terrified of me all of a sudden. Alright. Kashin.
So, Shishan. Have
Shishan.
you noticed anything weird? Like, as if someone was trying to preach to you about something?
I'm spending more time in the basement.
Speaking of, I celebrated the Sub-Zerus festival so many times that I lost count. That was really weird.
Wait, how could you be aware of that? That should be impossible. Nothing in the report indicated any...
Are you still failing to realize that the Academia's lowly tricks could never deceive all of Sumeru's citizens?
Shishan, don't tell me that you've converted to this...
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer. In reality, shouldn't you be the one who is ashamed? You, who works side by side with the academia and treated people as nothing more than experimental subjects.
Please, please stop!
Damn. We are destroying this woman.
Even now, Satari is still trying to run from her.
She can no longer justify everything to her.
Hey, she's trying to talk to the guards!
This is the most important.
Mercenary, you're a member of the Corps of 30, correct? Please help me pass a message to the Watcher right away.
Please, try to remain calm, miss. Tell me.
Heretics are infiltrating the city, and they've already converted many residents to their
Heretics? What kind?
The Scarlet King! Many people I know have suddenly started believing in him, but
Miss Zetaria, nothing is...
You know my name.
The Scarlet King is immortal, and all who defy him will one day pay the price. You must face the truth, Zetaria. You tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the Academia's grasp on you will become, and the deeper you will be ensnared. Child of the Scarlet King, never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise Scarlet King? In fact, aren't you the strange one?
Damn, this is...
The one
we
who
are,
still can't pick
we
a
are
side?
messing with her head.
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of the Scarlet King.
Zetaria, why haven't you gone home?
Seems that no matter where I run, I only keep finding more believers of this. I've also been running from my guilt this whole time. Guilt over my part in the Sage's plans, and from ignoring
the letters of the children of my
No
homeland.
matter how much I may try to ignore or get rid of it, my guilt always comes back.
It's
You
not
won't
too late.
necessarily lose your research opportunities by facing the truth. Besides, did you really want to conduct your research while carrying such heavy feelings of guilt?
How do you know me so well? Are you truly just a believer of the Scarlet King? Or are you the god himself?
That's not important. The important thing is to pass judgment on the Academia and its sages. If you could provide some assistance in this...
I've actually never believed in the gods, but I've always believed in serendipity. Your appearance must be a fated opportunity for me to get out of this wretched situation. Please tell me, what can I... I was just one of the designers for the masked dream harvest scheme, which is what happened around the Sub-Zero's festival. But I know very little about the full scope of the overall project. I'd assume that only staff with the highest clearance would have access to those confidential documents. I've just been working to meet the Grand Sage's specified requirements. However, there's something that's been really bothering me. I heard that a scholar who was previously expelled has returned to the city, and even the sages are still quite wary of him.
To fight against the Academia, we will need to figure out the nature and the purpose of their work.
It should be possible if we're willing to take some risks. After all, I'm an assistant to the One thing, though, I won't be able to transfer the documents to you through the Akasha once I get my hit. Let me see. Let's use the most primitive method.
There you go.
Send someone to pick up the documents tomorrow evening at the Academia.
The Academia entrance.
Don't worry about that. I'm only suggesting this location because it'll draw more scrutiny for me to leave the Academia again.
All right, I trust.
So,
that'll depend.
The Dendro Archon. That's right. Her people are the ones we have endangered. As the god of wisdom, she's also the one responsible for judging and guiding the scholars. Maybe it's time for me to find a god to believe in.
Just as Nahida predicted, we've managed to bring...
The Traveler's execution was ingenious. Well, now that we've made...
Pray? But if we're going to pray to the gods, aren't we just praying to you? God of wisdom and guardian of the scholar?
No. The truth is the true guardian of scholars. I've always believed that.
The truth is the true guardian. I like that. Super test off. Maybe I started way too late. Where did that core member... Can't afford too many Haru fruit. I have plenty of all this. And last thing I should... Could make another crescent pike and upgrade that current crescent pike I have, or I could make this cool spear. After elemental skill hits it, and those charges are maybe next 6 seconds. So the skill essentially costs a little bit more energy, but you regenerate more energy quickly. And it does scale to elemental mastery, which would be pretty solid for Sino. I do want to do this one for Kale. Oh, wait, no, I still need something made. At the very least, let's do 20 of those, please. Alright, that'll just be for my pass. I can pick them up in a hot minute. Alright, for now, let's wait the following night. Until 1900. Oh, it's gotta be the following night, right? Let's do that. Pick up the items that I just made. I've probably gotten close to 20 by now. One more time. Once more around the clock. Is that Liyue all the way over there in the distance? With the floating island?
Peace and good health should be enjoyed by all. Okay, so a disgraced...
That's right. I suppose I'm the other Catherine in your...
Shh! We're on a secret mission!
Yep, Paimon's right. We cannot fully rule if something were to happen. After all, the academia should still be unable to confirm the existence of my...
Yep, exactly! Just what Paimon was thinking. Anyway, enough about that.
Don't you feel like something's off?
What do you feel is off? It's
too
the
quiet.
middle of the night.
No, I think she's right. If you look around, there seems to be fewer people on the streets.
Huh. Maybe it's just a coincidence. Maybe Sataria figured out a way to...
I also can't quite figure out why things feel a little off.
So the big question is, who is this disgraced scholar that has returned?
Well,
the Academy doesn't trust. Could it be a certain Doctore?
Huh. There really aren't many people out right now. Let's hope it'll be this quiet in front of the Academia, and that Sataria managed.
I already have my maximum for that. Alright, cutscene time. Ooh, nice cutscene time. Nice.
What are these people doing here at this hour of the night?
Ah, the triumphant hero returns at last.
Yeah, there he
and
is.
A rather spectacular welcome, even if I do say so myself.
You're the outcast, expelled from the Academia.
Indeed I am. Although these days they tend to call me the Doctor.
Il Dottore, second harbinger.
If you're looking for your researcher friend, she has already been taken into confinement. With some basic caution, she could have discovered the listening device on her person. Clearly, she lacks the degree of rigor expected of a true scholar.
So I've now read Kale's backstory. So I hate the Doctor.
What have you done to them?
I simply made some minor adjustments to their Akasha terminals. Now they can deposit information directly into the subconscious. As you can see, all these lovely people now believe this traveler is a hero who has just saved the world. My experiment is a success. And now it seems they can no longer hold back their sheer adoration.
Oh, dear God.
No, what should we do? These are all just regular people.
Leave now. You need to get out of here.
What?
Let's go murder the Doctor.
Harbinger. We can't just leave you here.
Nor can I abandon the people of Sumeru.
Oh, damn. Taking over the terminals and putting them to sleep?
Don't worry. We'll meet again outside of the city.
I see. You appear to have overridden their mental faculties with your own consciousness. To possess such a powerful mind, you must be the God of Wisdom.
This should be fine. Is the heater going to be okay? We only made it out because of her.
She could jump from mind to mind,
I'm
yeah.
running into a new harbinger here, let alone such a high-ranking one. That guy was number 2.
Yep.
He called himself the Doctor. Remember, Tainari told us about him. Sataria did say that someone who once got expelled from the Academia came back recently, and that even the sages are wary of him. Yep. Sounds like she must have been talking about the Doctor.
We underestimated the number of parties involved.
Now that the Doctor's in the picture, we're no longer just dealing with the Academia. They're in cahoots with the Fatui. But what are the Fatui after this time?
We need to find a way to reunite
Things
with
would be up.
Nahida.
Nahida said we'll meet again outside of the city. But you mean?
Let's go find Tainari.
Right. Wasn't he invited by the sages to work on some project? Even though he turned it down there's no time to lose.
That's right, I forgot about that. Let's very quickly pop right here. And check in with Catherine to see. We want to take commissions.
Add Astro. I am sorry.
I still haven't done my dailies. Yeah, I got a little bit of time. Where are my dailies? They're down in Samara, or Inazuma. Have I explored enough to finally be level 2? Ah, that'll do it. 1, 2, 3. Nice. King Disrupt and the 3 Magi. The dreams, emptiness, and deception is what we're currently doing. Cool. I can do a new shelf. And a new pottery table. I'm very excited for that next one. Get more wood when you harvest trees. I can now request to have them in Sumeru. You know, let's do it. We'll check out some of the Sumeru quests, see what they're like. Alright, Gandharvaville. Yeah, let's go see. Is Kale home? Yo, Kale. Oh yeah, the flower that we planted for her. I should also see if I can pick up any mushrooms from this guy who sells them every 3 days. Yeah, boy. That's even. I don't really care about that one. Oh, I have to continue his quest. It's fine. We'll we got some time. We're only exactly 1 hour in as of right now. That's great. Happy 1 hour.
This is where you've been, Tainari? That's...
Shh. Keep your voice down.
Tainari, everything's spinning. Am I going to die?
Yes.
Tell Mom that I should have listened to her.
I will.
And tell Suna that I'm sorry for breaking her toy. I didn't tell her because I was scared that she wouldn't play with me anymore.
Okay.
Tainari, I heard that people turn into birds after they die.
What happened?
Okay, enough. You just have a small fever. Take your medication and rest.
You dick.
You'll be bouncing off the walls.
Really? Then Can you keep the thing about the toy a secret?
No can do. You're a big kid now.
Oh.
Hey, let me ask you something. I recall that you're usually pretty healthy.
I don't know either. Mom's been. It's different from before. I got lost and went around in a huge circle. After I got out,
Could it be?
The contaminated region.
So that's how this whole mess happened. Traveler, Paimon, let's step out for now.
You got it. Tai.
Mr. Forest Watcher, how is my son?
Nari.
I gave him some antipyretics. Let him rest here. I told him that he would feel better after some medicine and rest, but his symptoms resemble a fever, but something else is causing them. They seem more acute.
What do we do?
If memory serves, a plant called Vasanti grass, a small number grow in arid deserts. They usually look like shriveled weed. They're expensive and unable to grow in the avid. I'll ask the caravans. Go find Kale, have her prepare medicinal tools and a set of traveling gear for me.
All right.
Contaminated region, huh? Is that why you two are also here?
No, but...
Is it a new withering zone?
Doesn't seem like one. Whether you look at scale, internal conditions, or resultant effects, the only thing they have in common is that they aren't welcome.
We feel the same.
All right. Let's contact the caravans first, and there's no time to waste.
Okay. I see, height-wise.
Excuse me. I'd like to purchase some Vasanti grass. Do you have any?
I'm sorry, Mr. Forest Watcher.
Closed? Now
it's a long story. Some of our goods were stolen. They were mechanical parts that we got from the academia. Although they're old model, our caravans had to pull together Mora to afford those parts. Now that they've been lost, we'll likely come up short this trip. All the merchants talked it over, and we decided to raise the prices of our remaining inventory until this plan takes effect.
I don't get it. If these goods are so important, raising prices won't solve anything. At best, you're shoving the consequences of the robbery onto your customer.
Mr. Forest Watcher, it's not that we don't want. We asked around, and apparently the forest... We can't keep waiting out here for the thief to come out.
So the bandit hid in the contaminated region after stealing those mechanical parts. How many people were there in total?
That crook came from the contaminated region.
No, Pete.
Even if I tell you, you might not believe me.
What the heck?
There's a huge mechanical crab?
Has creatures like that?
To be honest, it came out of nowhere. We were all shocked.
I see.
But not only that, but you'll become one of...
Enough.
Maybe one. After our goods were stolen, we specifically got... If you're interested, you can...
All right. We'll go...
Okay.
After the goods were stolen, I made multiple inquiries with nearby caravans and residents. It turns out that many others have also been robbed by that crooked crab. However, the crab only seems to be interested in machinery. A caravan carrying a large amount
Could be
of
one
more
of the
had an
ancient
uneventful trip.
Those little
caravan
cubes
had a
that
child whose
transform into
metal
different
toy
things.
was taken. Whatever the case, that thing is a scourge.
That mechanical crab is fast, strong, and a pain to deal with. 10 of us might not even be able to take that thing. Didn't the academia ban research on mechanical life? Our salaries even got slashed because of it.
I heard from the caravanners that there have been a lot of robbery. We don't normally see the mechanical crab, and it only shows up when the caravans are here.
You haven't tried capture?
We have, but however, we did unexpect. It apparently lives in the deepest part of the... Once its stash grows large enough, it moves everything in one go. You'll have to move fast if you want those goods back.
Okay.
things. Did you...
We learned of its behavior. Assuming normal operational status, mechanical constructs generally act according to their given command. If I were its owner, I'd command it to steal more valuable things, but it only goes after mechanical components.
Right. It's really...
So, you
Almost
all
it's
found
looking
a
to
way
build
retrieve
more
our
of
goods?
it?
Do you have any more mechanical...
Yes, I still have a small bag of sand. Oh.
Under constant external conditions, organisms rarely... Here's what we know so far. It has a mechanical composition, it lives in the contaminated region, and if we have said components, we can lure it out, well...
You're right. We don't have any other options right now. This bag of samples is all yours, Mr. Forest Watcher. If you can get our...
We don't need anything in return, but I'll be keeping this bag. We'll also need to borrow a sumpter beast. Our act has to be
Oh, yeah. No problem at all.
I'll have to decline that offer. Anyway, once it appears,
Don't worry.
We're pros. Now, I believe... Yeah, her passive, all climbing stamina is reduced by 20%. So I climb with her, and I glide with Kale. Is Kale's passive only for her? Oh yeah, so it okay, that's good. So I don't have to be Kale to get the Kale bonus, and I don't have to be Candace to get the Kandake to get the Kandake bonus.
Looking at the trade routes and the contaminated region's current perimeter, the goods were likely stolen somewhere around here.
Then let's get to it.
Okay, we'll start from here. This sumpter beast isn't familiar with us yet, so be...
The sumpter beast went ahead. Let's keep up with it.
I'm just excited to get to the desert to start exploring it, you know?
Why'd it stop?
Looks like it's loafing around. The caravanners grew disheartened after their goods were stolen, so they probably didn't feed their animals as scheduled. Let's give it something to eat.
Okay, but now... Alright, back to Archon Quest 3, I guess. Sumpter Beast, you just... stay here, I guess. Oh, okay. That one doesn't look like it's been shot. Oh well.
Hold it right there.
Tashfin.
A blonde-haired traveler and a floating fairy. We've got you, all right. Take a look around.
Are you mercenaries?
Core of 30? We're nothing like those government lapdogs who don't even get... We are an elite brigade that commands the highest commission rate in all of Sumeru. We're here on the orders of a client known only as the Outcast.
The Outcast? But
Sounds
why
like the
wouldn't
doctor.
the doctor just send the Fatui after us?
He's taking advantage of the Academy's resources.
Still wasting...
You're up
You're exposed.
Your sins weigh upon your soul. You stand condemned. Guilty. You stand condemned.
It's okay, we're good, we're good.
Guilty.
Yield.
Dumpy Dumpty Go! Pew!
That's close enough. Take that!
Fight this off this time!
Too easy.
Set up a couple of blooms.
Boing, boing, boom!
Need. Need.
Pin them down.
It isn't over yet! Here comes reinforcements!
Just a graze.
So they had Dendra up, and now she's setting off bloom reactions. That's cool.
No more tricks up this
Too easy.
Dumpy Dumpty Go! Pew! Da da da!
Okay, that'll be fine.
That was pretty rough. Is that what elite? Yeah. Looks, but this doctor guy seems like a pretty tough opponent. He knew exactly where to. Going up against smart people is tough.
I agree, Paimon. Kale! Hey!
It's the Traveler and Paimon. What are you two doing back here? Kale! It's nice to... To be honest, I'm not doing too well. My Elazar has been progressing at a faster rate lately.
Do we
I'm finding
mention
it harder
that...
to complete more intricate tasks. As a result, Master Tainari is taking me off the patrol schedule. He will only... Oh, Kale!
Seems like curing Irminsul's our only chance.
Speaking of Tainari, did he... Oh, Master Tainari? He just left the Avidia Forest a little while ago. He was headed to Party's DI. He left? But isn't that... I thought it was weird too. Master Master Tainari always prioritizes his work as a forest watcher above everything. He almost never leaves his post. He left in a hurry this time, though. No, I only found out that he left through a message he left behind. He also made sure to delegate all his tasks using a schedule. To leave in such a hurry? Master Tainari originally studied in the Immorta Darshan of the Academia, and Pardis Di is something like the Immorta's research base. Many rare shrubs and grasses have been planted there. I know that before he became a forest watcher, Master Tainari once spent a long time conducting research at Pardis Di.
A research base, huh? Oh, we don't have a lot of time, so let's go look for him at Pardis Di.
Please take care of yourself.
Don't worry, I'm fine. I'm used to living with Elazar by now.
Got it. Will do.
Hey, don't put on an Acacia and stay away from Sumeru City. Please. Please. I have Pardis Di. I have Pardis Di. Catherine!
Wait! Look who it is!
Catheda.
Thank goodness you're okay.
Catherinida.
We were so worried about you. Hey! This was supposed to be a touch of...
Actually, it's very smart of the traveler to be wary of me right now. After all, the doctor has shown that his technology can apparently even control human mind. Plus, it's not like you could have known what happened after we split up, and I was facing the doctor by myself. Even a pool of stagnant water after a torrential storm can occasionally pass as a patch of sky.
My mom feels like only the real Nahida could come up with such an obscure analogy.
Huh? But I wasn't trying to win your trust or...
I was trying to make a logical argument.
Please, Nahida, tell us more about what happened.
When you left, I was still in the middle of restoring everyone's minds.
Thankfully, when the doctor mentioned
when the doctor
disposing of
mentioned
information...
depositing information into the subconscious, he didn't mean engraving information into their minds.
Sorry.
Instead, he did something closer to creating hallucinations. That was
Alright,
still
that's
within my power to
reasonable.
fix.
Still evil, but reasonable.
Luckily, I managed to finish my restorations and mind jump away from him just as he was about to capture me.
What a relief. The doctor sure...
I wouldn't be relieved just yet. I gave away my true identity when I restored everyone's minds, which means we've lost another one of our trump cards. Also, the doctor is already an expert at modifying Akasha terminals. Maybe it's only a matter of time until he captures my consciousness inside the Akasha.
Would that mean you'd no longer be able to jump between minds? Then how do we stop him? He's still at the Academia, so it's possible he already started messing with the Akasha. Ugh. It feels like he's toying with us.
What a nasty piece of work. Hey, can we bring back Senora and get rid of Dottore?
Plus, the doctor's combat ability alone is apparently enough to make him worthy of being number 2 of the Fatui.
We shouldn't give up hope just yet. Let's try to find another way to attack this problem.
Actually, Nahida, how did you know we were trying to get to Pardis Di?
Have you? Yes, I have. I can see the traveler's elemental energy, so I deduced your destination by looking at the direction you were moving. You didn't come here for sights.
We're looking for a scholar we know. His name is Tainari, and the sages once tried to reach out to him.
Okay.
Nah, he's fine. So many resumes are sent every day, only for you to find that none can be used. What's the point? Oh, hey! It's, very first person we met.
Traveler?
Hypatia.
It is you!
The voice! It's Hypatia!
Didn't expect to run into you here.
What a pleasant surprise!
It's who's this?
She's a scholar we met in the Avidia Forest. When we last saw each other, she was still training in the, what's it called?
Satyavada life.
Satyavada life?
Oh, I see.
That's right, we're old friends. You've come at
Very
just the
echoey
right
in here.
time.
Hypatia, you're way too excited about this. Actually, for you to leave the Avidia Forest, wait, no. Did you already finish your training and reach Pariporno Life?
What do you My consciousness has already managed to...
No.
You did it? Congratulations!
It's so when my consciousness made contact with the gods.
That sounds incredible!
Oh, alright. Remember? I promised to help you understand what you saw from Irma. My current self has not only gained true insight, but I can even help you establish a direct connect.
You can do that?
I've never heard of anything like that, but if you want to give it a try...
Hold on. I brought some Spirit Borneo with me. This is...
we're using...
All right now. Hold my hand. I'll help...
Okay.
Ready?
If Hypatia betrays us, I will be shocked. And I say shocked.
It took 3 betrayals for me to finally understand. The world is just an elaborate tapestry of lies. My fury will never be quelled.
Is this Scaramouche?
The first to betray
The
me
discarded
was
god. The discarded puppet.
my creator. My mother. Valuing strength above all, she saw no worth in me and I was discarded. The second was a human. My family. My friend. Consumed by fear, he saw me as an abomination. The third was one exactly like me. A hope for the future. A fledgling barely out of the nest. Powerless before his mortality, he broke his promise to me.
By dying?
Humans, they can't be trusted. And the gods fill me with pure loathing. So I said good riddance. I denounced the world and laugh in its face. My chest will never again be defiled by worldly filth. I will scrub away every last trace of human emotion. Then it will be empty, a blank slate, and ready to receive a supreme gnosis, brimming with pure divinity. There is no need to fear. The pain will be brief. Your era is coming to an end.
What was that?
That was neither the Greater Lord's consciousness nor King Desret's
Did
consciousness.
we actually just see the Baladier's memories? Everything matches what we know about him, but how is he connected to the divine consciousness that Hypatia was talking about?
You saw it, right? You felt it, right? Such a majestic god! Alas, if only that which beats within my chest wasn't a filthy mortal heart. Oh, great,
What the-
merciful God! Please grant me forgiveness and salvation!
That ain't no god, lady!
Understand now? I'm afraid this is no Pariporno life, but rather...
Wake up.
You! Why are you so mean to... I found divine wisdom.
Shouldn't I receive praise and honor?
Hypatia?
That's how I always thought it. Wait. Have I already lost my mind?
Alright, I did not see that coming. What the hell?
Wait, something isn't right.
Oh boy, I think this might be the scene that we saw. None of these people are wearing Akashas. Nahida, back in her body. Oh shit, what? She locked up? I see you. What? I don't like this.
Okay, we finally lost him.
Ah!
Are you okay, Nahida? Wait.
Oh, the Traveler's back?
Nahida
Where's this
was
happened?
controlling your body for a while. It seemed like she jumped over to you as an emergency measure right before the Catherine puppet was destroyed. After that,
Catherine, no!
He heard the commotion and came over. He helped us defeat the mercenaries, and then he ran with us all the way here.
This time she didn't just transfer her mind into my body. Our minds swapped places.
You swapped places? You mean your consciousness also went into Nahida's body? Wait, then where is Nahida?
I never imagined that an individual's consciousness could be transferred around like this. Had I not seen it with my own eyes, I would have never believed it. Also, while we were running, the consciousness in your body told me to pass on a message. She said, "The doctor has found a way to trap my consciousness, so I can't journey with you anymore. But even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and lies."
Oh no! Nahida's trapped in the sanctuary of Surasthana for good this time. Was that message all she left for us? It's pretty vague.
It's in a code that only we know.
That makes sense. Since the doctor captured her, she won't be able to say anything without him knowing. Even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and lies. Huh. Paimon knows the moon illusions and lies are from the alchemical divination at the
we heard
Sephora's
that
festival.
several times.
Didn't Nahida use a starlight analogy before?
Yes, she was the star, the desert.
Sataria.
Starlight is the people of the desert.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Huh. Do you think Nahida was telling us to go find help in the desert? But she isn't with...
Paimon, you said Sanctuary of Surasthana. Does this mean that this Nahida you're talking about, the consciousness who was occupying the traveler's body, is the Dendro Archon?
Your guess is correct, but the situation's a bit complicated, so it's really hard for us to explain right now.
That's all right. A scholar's curiosity doesn't need to be appeased right away. As for the complicated nature of the situation, safe to say I have witnessed that for myself. I've spent some time with you, and it looks like the Dendro Archon's also on your side, so I trust you.
Thank you, Tainari. Oh, actually, we came here to ask you a question. What do you know about the project that the sages have been working on?
Ah, that. While I was indeed invited to join, all I know is that that project has something to do with the restoration of Irminsul.
I think I just received some new intel.
Did you see something when you were in Nahida's body?
The Academia is turning the Balladeer into a god. They're trying to harvest...
Do you have any evidence?
I saw a nascent god under construction, and Hypatia also showed us the divine consciousness. So that's what that body is? That's a god.
That explains why Hypatia's symptoms were different from those of the other scholars who went mad. It's because she made contact with the consciousness of a new god who is still in the process of being born.
Tighnari, did you leave the Avidia Forest because of Hypatia?
I did. I noticed Hypatia's mental anomalies, but since her symptoms were rather atypical, I secretly took her to Pardis Dii and began searching for a way to if I didn't take action, Hypatia would have already been taken by the Matra to the desert, doomed to a life of exile. Now that you mention it, I knew the Academia has never thought particularly highly of Lesser Lord Kusanali, but
they're trying to harvest her.
I still didn't expect them to do something as arrogant as creating a new god. Looks like I made the right decision by not accepting their invitation.
The Fatui may have fanned the flames.
And the Balladeer. We have 2 Fatui harbingers in Sumeru. Sounds like we're in for a bad time. From your description, I don't think they've completed their project. There may still be room for us to intervene, but then, what is the connection between creating a new...
Yeah, it feels like we're still nowhere close to figuring out the sage's goals.
I mean, we didn't see Irminsul being restored.
Right. We've pretty much gone over every...
I'll stay here for now. If you're planning to go into the desert, start by heading for Caravan Rabat. Come find me here if there's any...
Thanks, Tighnari.
So, holy hell. That's pretty nuts. Is there anywhere I can heal up? Right here. Ooh.
Flee!
How did I miss one down there? And that one was Very easy. Easier than the rest, actually. Little chest.
Wow, this is so lucky.
Ooh, a place to look at. And just a chest sitting right there. The frontier beneath the high wall. Frontier.
You punching bag.
Eat that! Emma, help!
Try to take my meat. You want this one.
Now you're testing my
Pin them
patience.
down!
That really hurt!
Nowhere to run!
Ouch!
We'll meet again.
These
Okay.
look surprisingly useful.
How much more? 69? Nice.
I should be able to get some cheaper spices this time.
There you go.
We finally made it to Caravan Rebot. It's pretty lively here.
Nice looking place, yeah.
So, just past this wall is the desert. Oh, wow.
That's Wall Samael.
Paimon remembers hearing people call this the Wall of Samiel. It's made to block sandstorms from the outside. Oh, if it's this tall, it's gotta be the divine work of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, right?
Awe-inspiring.
Enough gawking. Come on, follow me.
Hey, my guy.
Over here.
Alright.
Oh, Haven went that way! Let's hurry up and follow him. Wonder what he's up to.
Oh, I'm so fast. Look how fast I am. I'm running laps around you, boy. Kentucky got them legs. I'm track star. Oh, we're being hunted by eremites.
What the? Where did she go? How did we lose them? They were just here a second ago.
More Eremite mercenaries? Who are they working for this time?
You were too careless. You should have noticed those hopeless amateurs trailing you a long time ago.
Thanks, Allie.
There's no need to thank me. I've never cared to keep track of personal favors. All I did was correct a mistake I happened to come across. It's a habit I developed at the...
You really gave Paimon a scare, Alhaitham. I never thought last time we met at Port Ormos, didn't you say you were going back to the Academia?
Oh, so you've already landed yourselves on the Academia's... However, had I wished to turn you over to the Academia, don't you think you'd already be the Eremite's honored guests by...
Oh, right.
Our Dendra Sword Boy. We still don't know when he's gonna be playable.
I have no interest in running errands for that project. As a scholar, I've always belonged to the camp that promotes researcher autonomy. And these days, you're more fascinating than anything the sages can... Not quite. To tell you the truth, I'm still investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Everyone says the capsule originated in the desert and was eventually moved to Port Ormos. Which brings me back to you. The leader of Ain al-Ahmar used the Divine Knowledge Capsule right in front of you. And upon seeing him, your expression became perplexed. And to have that kind of reaction, I think you must have realized something. Are you...
It must be because I was so shocked to hear the words again.
Alhaitham, you really have a ridiculous eye for detail. What kind person even notices or remembers stuff like that.
I like his shiny little boots.
So that's your answer. Well, I do work for the academia after all. So considering that, it is indeed wise to keep your cards close to your chest. But that does prove you do have some undisclosed No matter. Rather than simply learn.
That's right! We have the same plan as you! But we don't really have.
Then I'd suggest starting with Aru Village. It's the largest settlement in the desert, so it'll probably have more resources and intel than anywhere else. Well, would you like to head there together?
What's with that light? It's moving in such an unnatural way.
It's better to travel with someone you.
All right, we get to travel with Al-Haytham. The four at Logger's Head. Dunya Jujani. All right. Beyond the wall, here we go. Oh. Desert Fox. New animal acquired. Here we are.
Surrender! Woo! Jumpy, jumpy, go!
All right. Athelwood, new kind of wood. Up there it is.
It's important to replenish your supplies often when you're out in the wild.
Alright, so we got new stuff to explore in this desert. I don't think I've ever seen the red mushroom before. Oh, I'm leaving footprints. Look at this.
Our perseverance has paid off. Through me, justice is served. That's my time come.
Hey, not bad. We just got into the desert.
Write this on for sign.
Thanks for avoid. Yeah. Oh, you wanted to avoid spoilers? Yeah. We literally. There's been some, so it's not a bad idea to avoid them. We just entered the desert for the first time, though, so we're just getting to exploring. These deserts, Sumter Beast, are a lot heftier.
Pin them down.
There he goes. All right. A Thousand Nights number 4. Hey, it's, you know what? Always cool to get a 1001 Nights reference. And where's chicken? There you go. Eggs. Alright, so I think I should head up for... These are all new looking. These are electro shrooms? Yeah, I think we've seen electro... like those kind at least. We've seen the lower ones. Oh, so it's where we're going. Okay, so you know what? Let's
Another test. That tingle? Try.
all right.
That tingle?
And the music is already a bop. I knew it was gonna be, but it's a little bit faster paced. Is that a legit tumbleweed?
Test subject.
Drifting in the wind.
More treasure, more treasure!
Bum 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 bum.
Pin them down!
Okay. This all looks new too. How's your lecna nuts? I do want to fight those big old scorpions. Look at them. Scarab, yes. The refugee shelters in Aru Village.
What do you think? Anything catch your eye?
Can I just... There we go. The footprints... Oh, yeah, just... Oh, God, look at that. The land of Lower Satek. The Eye of the Sands. Aru Village. Abju Road. Dar al Shifa. Alright. I need 2 more. Nah, I'm going to go ahead and doubt I can capture these scorpions, but... You know... Yeah, okay.
Dumpty Dumpty go!
Oh, man. All right, now. Just for a moment.
Where to this time?
Aloy. Target cannot be captured. I thought you were... Aw, man. Ah, well. It looked capturable. It just bolted, yeah.
This'll pack a punch. You.
Now you're frozen, my guy. What are you gonna do? Do something. Well, they drop a lot of foul meat, which is good, I guess.
Our mission begins.
Man, it's just so cool. Okay, those are capturable. Damn it. Undershot. Alright, let's keep an eye open, see if I see any more of them. They're like sand eels?
Wealth is the foundation on which civilization is built. A familiar sight.
Yeah. Another merchant here to sell their wares. Alright, my guy. I won't bother you. Good luck trying to grow flowers in the desert. There's an animal to capture. Masked weasel. That's just an eremite with a bird. Alright. let's retreat a bit and head back to this village. This city, this village looks pretty damn big, actually. Teleport point in here. Alright, let's see what we got.
Before us lies Aru Village, the safe haven of the desert.
Whoa, this landscape is really something else. What a cool place! Let's go check it out!
Cutscene. Wow. Act 3 has had a lot of cutscenes so far. Candace. No, Sino. The General Mahamatra. And then we saw them fighting in the cutscene, so this...
Sino. Unless my memory fails me, we have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the Academia. Would you care to enlighten me as to when and how I invited the General Mahamatra's wrath?
Oh, Hatham. Do not think you can escape my judgment just because you managed to escape my attack.
Ooh.
Judgment? So that's how you'd characterize your actions here, is it? Or would elimination perhaps be a more accurate description?
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me. Though styled like an assassination, I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee or resist. Standard practice for the Matra, as well you know.
Seemed to me more like your own personal touch.
Who is that, Al-Haytham? Did you call him General Mahamatra?
Yes. General Mahamatra Sino, head of all the Matra at the Academia.
Mm-hmm.
He's a formidable
But
hunter,
he lives in the desert,
the
away
ultimate
from
nightmare
the...
for any who have committed academic crimes.
Odd.
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in Al-Haytham, to the point of blocking an attack for him. If I were you, I'd never choose to side with him.
I mean, we already know, we, the players, know he's betrayed us by keeping the divine capsule for himself without telling us. The traveler doesn't know that yet, though.
I have been pursuing this scribe for a long time. I urge you, stand back and do not seek to defend him any longer. Otherwise, there will be consequences.
I don't trust him as much as you seem to think, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna stand by and do
Has
nothing.
Al-Haytham done something wrong? Hyman doesn't think he's as bad as you've made him out to be.
I won't waste my breath explaining things. Al-Haytham, I saw it during our fight. Take it out. The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person. Unless you want me to retrieve it for myself.
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes a Matra's senses.
There it is.
Wait, the divine knowledge capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormos?
So you did
No
lie to
wonder
us.
you speak with such confidence, Sino. But I must admit, I'm very curious. What does this capsule mean to you? And why, as General Mahamatra of the Academia, are you all alone in the desert?
That's what I want to know.
As far as I'm aware, the other Matra have been speculating about your disappearance. Have you been given a mission that's, let's say, morally dubious? If I was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your authority and resources to judge me within the walls of the Academia?
Is it a mission from the sages?
I should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
You two? Ugh! What you would do, Traveler? Paimon feels like we can't trust either of them.
Well, look at you two.
Hey!
Self-righteous over there.
It's our girl!
Wait,
Dia. Oh, yeah.
Great! Finally, someone that we can trust! You gotta help us out here. Otherwise, these two are gonna start fighting again!
Yeah, sure looks that way. Two giants from the Academia duking it out once and for all. Not something you get to see every day, that's for sure. Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and lord your empty rules and virtues over each other. But how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe haven of Aru Village?
No problem.
It seems like someone's gonna have to beat some sense into your thick skulls until you finally learn to respect these grounds.
Both afraid of Dia. As they should. They're still looking for an opportunity to attack, though.
Did either of you hear a word I just said?
I mean... And on that poetic note, I'm going to pause for just a moment, guys. I will be right back. Alright, we're back. Whoosh.
another sandstorm? What's up with these recently?
Hey! In the background! Candace!
Hey! All of you, over here, quickly! We have to take cover!
Someone's calling for us! Oh.
That sounded like Candace. Come on, you two. Jeez, are all of you academia folks such hard work?
All right, stop yelling.
We got Dia and Candace and Sino and Alhaitham all together. This is great.
Well, this is pretty awkward. Hey, wanna play sardines with 3 people who wanna tear each other limb from limb? Sure, why not? Sounds fun. The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
My sincere apologies, everyone.
Ooh.
This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until the sandstorm dies down.
This is the small room? Alright, Candace.
Please, let me introduce myself. I am Candace, protector of Aru village.
Yep. 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 I'm good. I'm on board.
Our savior has come at last. Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon.
There's no need to thank me. It's only right to help each other when the weather gets rough.
When the weather started getting rough, the tiny Paimon was tossed.
She's so gentle and caring, like a nice older sister. Unlike those guys over there.
All right. Now that we're all better acquainted, we should return to the topic at hand. As a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm, I was observing your conflict from afar, even before the sandstorm started. And now that you have set foot within our village itself, it is all the more my responsibility to make absolutely sure that you pose no threat whatsoever to us.
I already have Candace C5. Just from pulling for Sino. When I pull for Venti, which I'm probably going to do off stream, I don't know, I might do it on stream. Probably later in the week or maybe next week. I'm almost assuredly going to C6 her. The odds are not in my favor. I was at 80. So as I said, to get Sino, I failed the 50-50 at after 57 pulls. I failed the 50-50. Then I got to 87 before I pulled Sino. So pulling Venti is gonna be a nightmare. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to be pulling for another Candace during that time. I think on me right now I have just under 10,000 primos.
So please, have an honest
so
and
I think a
sincere
C6
conversation
Candace could
with
be a
one
lot of
another,
fun.
and put your hostile feelings to rest. If anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality time with the creatures of the sandstorm.
Oh, on second thought, Paimon may have misjudged Candace's character.
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia.
I'm just gonna keep taking pictures of
Do I
about
make
her.
myself clear?
All
Yes,
right,
ma'am.
we got it, Candace.
That's what I like to hear. So, which of you will begin?
I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just now. Anyway, one of those two should probably start talking.
Wait, that was you trying to be a mediator?
I have nothing to hide, so there's no shame in explaining myself. While Alhaitham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been assigned a morally dubious mission. Rather, I've chosen to exile myself.
Huh? Exile yourself?
A little while ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning and development files. What little they did report clearly did not match the project's actual progress. As General Mahamatra, I had the responsibility and authority to request an audit. However, to my surprise, The person responsible for the erroneous data was none other than Grand Sage Azar himself. I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request, but I soon found that all leads and potential pieces of incriminating evidence were carefully concealed from me. I began to realize that they were cautious of me from the very beginning. Unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit request as soon as the submission reached his desk. The power of the General Mahamatra is granted by the sages. You have no right to judge us. I realized then that to the Grand Sage, the Matra are nothing more than tools for the sages to assert and maintain their control over knowledge. The vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold, they are meaningless to the academia of today.
So then you decided
I believed
to
it would be
exile
wise to flee the academia before the sages had a chance to take action against me. This way, they can no longer see nor predict my actions. I will never give up on this investigation. There's no need for someone else to give me power or authority. Once I find the truth, I will administer judgment by my own name.
Sino seems to have the same goal as us. We're all investigating the sages. Plus, now that he's no longer the General Mahamatra, he somehow feels a lot less scared.
It's too early.
Sino, if that's your...
When I was investigating the matter in the academia, I overheard a conversation between Al-Haytham and a sage. The sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler. Do you Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented. Now throw in your suspicious behavior with the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
Yes. I was indeed tasked with investigating the Traveler.
Oh,
After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me, once you've completed this assignment, I can give you a glimpse of divine knowledge.
A most enticing offer.
Unfortunately, those academics don't know me at all. Their words contained one key piece of information. Namely, that divine knowledge indeed exists. That gave
And then
me
he
all
just
I
went off
needed
on
to
his
know.
own and found it himself.
From my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. Think about it. Isn't it a little strange they're so willing to share divine knowledge with anyone, even as a reward? So, I began my own investigation following the lead of the Divine Knowledge Capsule. In the end, I realized my wisdom in committing to this rather than collaborating with the sages. Had I been less guarded, I probably would have ended up like that Ain al-Ahmar mercenary, incapable of remaining sane for long enough to hold a conversation.
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose of you, using one of those capsules that drive people insane?
I'd already given up on the assignment by then. I only told the academia I was waiting in Port Ormos for you to appear so they wouldn't suspect anything. So it came as quite a surprise when I encountered my erstwhile target while investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
Criminals do love to talk about coincidences.
Even though I ran into the Traveler by chance, I had no intention of providing assistance to the academia. Also, you should remember, you were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after I left that tavern.
Now you mention it. Yep.
Al-Haytham helped us out at Caravan Rebat as well.
I'm willing to apologize, if that's worth anything to you.
All right.
I took the Divine Knowledge Capsule behind your back because I judged its existence to be a significant risk. I felt that it would be best for no one to interact with it before it had been properly studied. After all, curiosity often proves to be the most dangerous thing in this land.
You should be well aware, Scribe Al-Haytham, that curiosity can also lead you to danger and suspicion. Answer me this. Did the sages share any information about their project with you?
Have I not made myself clear?
Fine.
That's where I
Although you haven't completely...
As you wish.
Good. And now you, Dia. I believe it.
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking... My situation is pretty straightforward. My employer, Dunyarzad of the Homayani family, is friends with the Traveler,
And I had nothing going on, so I decided to return to our village for a visit. But then I saw these two random guys in the middle of a pointless argument.
Is that all? Well, I will admit that definitely sounds like a...
That's more like it.
Whoa! What was that?
No need to worry. Now that you're no longer at each other's throats, please make yourselves at home. I'll take...
Creatures? In the
Fighting in a sandstorm is not for the faint-hearted. Anyone without extensive training in these conditions is at a disadvantage.
Yeah, just leave them to Candace. Don't worry, she's as tough as they come.
After a while, the wind outside begins to calm.
The wind's died down. That Candace still isn't back yet.
When you put it that way, even I'm starting to feel...
Oh, I love the little desert logo. I'm betting up top. Let's take a peek. What you buying? Aru mixed rice? What does that entail? Stamina. Alright, yeah, it's never too bad to have any stamina. I don't believe I have that yet. Saba. Rose, oh rose, grant me my wish. Blooming from a stone, the golden rose sang to me, she sang. It's a local Sumeru folk song called The Singing Rose. Yep. Are you scholars looking to study abroad in Sumeru? We do know a lot of scholars, but we aren't quite like them ourselves. Technically, we're adventurers. A glorious world-trotting duo. It's a delight to hear uplifting stories from people traveling. Sorry if I offended you. My name is Saba. I offer my apologies as well as my welcome to the village. Correct. No good at singing, but we can discuss what the song's about. Wish granting rose. Wish granting desert. My mind goes to one particular folklore. The land here isn't suitable for Sumeru roses, right? We've also seen them in places with moist soil. Most places mostly sand, after all. I want roses that don't belong here to bloom. That's my wish. Based on what I know about the roses, it's fertilized with highly concentrated dendro. Even if you grow them in sand, it's near impossible to get fertilizer out here. If it's just dendro you want, that's easy. Dendro! Are you someone without a vision? I haven't met anyone like that in a long time. What? Is this maybe a daily? I'll come back here tomorrow. All right.
Yes. They just keep coming in waves. I've lost count of how many I've defeated.
Ah! Here comes another wave!
Leave this round to us.
It's been quite a while since I've seen the Flame Mane in action.
I'll be sure to put on a good show. Let's go!
All right, here we go.
You're exposed!
Just like we rehearsed!
Pin them down!
Hi! Here comes another wave! When are they ever gonna let up?
And it's a do!
All right.
You stay condensed! Come at me again.
Too easy. Hear my prayer. The shield has broken.
Fine, fine, go!
There we go.
The creature stopped appearing.
What we fought just now was probably the aftermath of the sandstorm.
All right.
So we should
So
be
the
safe
Rift
for the
Hounds
time
move
being.
inside the sandstorm?
Well fought, everyone. No injuries, I hope.
Village Chief.
Huh? Who are you?
Ah, my apologies. I haven't had a chance to greet you yet. I had my hands full taking care of the village's elderly and children. I am the chief of Aru Village. Everyone usually calls me...
Sir, I am also originally from the desert, but I have not been back for some time now. May I ask if such sandstorms are common?
I can't say they've always been common, but recently the storms have become increased. Besides sandstorms, we also occasionally get earthquakes.
Global
According
shaking.
to an investigator who stayed in the village a while ago, these unusual natural phenomena are related to the withering of Irminsul.
Another effect of... So, Irminsul's withering causes withering zones in the forest, and sandstorms and earthquakes here in the desert?
Everything in the natural world is inextricably connected to Irminsul. These regional symptoms can indeed be a reflection of Irminsul's present state.
Everyone in Aru Village needs
Then why
to
hasn't
take
it begun
care
to
of
affect
themselves.
areas outside Sumeru yet? Unless maybe since Sumeru is directly tied to it, or so closely tied to it, it's affecting Sumeru first.
Speaking of which, why haven't I seen a single village keeper since I got here?
Village keeper? Who are then?
Does your curiosity know no bounds? Village Keeper is how Aru Village refers to mad scholars exiled here by the academia. Most of them are scholars who lost their sanity after a period of training in the Avidia forest. The academia believes that their crazed mutterings may have a negative effect on the psyches of other scholars. So, they're forcibly exiled to the desert.
Alas, that's exactly what we've been trying to investigate. One by one, the village keepers have been mysteriously disappearing without a trace, but no one in the village has ever seen them leave. If you're planning to stay around the village for the next few days...
I've had encounters with those people in the past.
The Matra are the ones responsible for their exile. Now that you're no longer with them, are you trying to alleviate your guilt and atone for your past sins?
These two.
Mock me if you will, but if you are guilty, I will.
Oh, you're the former General Mahamatra. You must be an
Is it because you're reminded of Hypatia? Oh, these poor... But, is it really a good idea to tag along with Sino? You seem like you really don't trust him.
I'll be grateful for the assistance. No doubt you will do a better job than some of my former... Let's start by finding a spot to share what we know so...
Well, here's what I know. I met this guy called the Balladeer, or Scaramouche, or the Wanderer, whatever you want to call him, during a moon-themed event in the... back in... what was it, 1.2 or 1.3? And he gained some information about how... the truth of the world. Then I found out he was a puppet made by a god I beat up. But not the god I wanted to beat up. Just an Archon. Which isn't that impressive. I've seen other Archons get beat up by the Fatui. Speaking of the Fatui, Balladeer is one of the Fatui, and so is the Doctor, who are both now in control of the Academy.
I've sent myself into exile.
There you go.
I'm still doing essentially the same thing.
And they're trying to turn the Balladeer into a god by killing the Dendro Archon. And stealing the dreams of the people of Sumeru City.
Do you still have any questions for me? One of my former subordinates told me that this title has its origins in a strange incident. The Academia has long exiled mad scholars to Aru Village. A mysterious phenomenon exists here. When mad scholars first arrive, they are as incoherent and deranged as before. But after spending some time here, they invariably begin to calm down. Initially, the people of Aru Village greatly resented having to take in the mad scholars. But a strange incident one night changed that. Aru Village was struck by the strongest earthquake in living memory. Suddenly, he noticed a mad scholar crouching in a corner, caressing the ground with his hands. A soft, green light radiated from him, like a divine glow. Despite the powerful tremors that ripped through the ground that night, all the houses remained upright, almost as if they had grown roots reaching deep into the ground. In the end, not a single building collapsed after that. The people of Aru Village treated the mad scholars.
Soft green light? A mad scholar protecting Aru Village?
It must have been Nahida's power.
I think so too. Actually, Sino, do you know if any of the mad scholars continued to wear their Akasha terminal?
In theory, they would continue wearing them so the Academia could still monitor their activities.
So she took them over, yeah.
The main Akasha system would no longer...
Oh, no wonder! Everything makes sense!
If you are able to draw a conclusion from this one story alone. So, what do you make of the story?
The Mads came from Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Lesser Lord Kusanali.
What? You don't believe us?
No, it's not so much that I don't. Lesser Lord Kusanali. The Academia has always placed far greater importance on the late Greater Lord. In addition, I've never heard any stories about Lesser Lord
No way! Nahida definitely exists! She's a... How should Paimon put it? She's a good Archon who's kind and wise. Even if she says weird stuff sometimes.
I've spent many years interrogating criminals.
Good! Then you shouldn't.
That look in your eyes. How can this be? To think. Our Archon had...
Alright, now it's our turn to put our skills
There
to
you
good
go.
use, but easier said than done.
Excuse me, are you here to help me find my grandpa?
Huh?
By the sounds of it, a resident of this village.
My name is Isak.
Is your grandpa mad?
Hey, don't say that. Grandpa is just Grandpa.
The person you're referring to is not a local...
Grandpa is just Grandpa. I heard everything you said to the village chief.
Ah, so you're the one who was eavesdropping on us. I was planning to go out and take care of her.
Whoa. Haven wasn't kidding about Matra having sharp senses.
I know.
He's just a kid.
Sorry. I was only listening in because I wanted to know where Grandpa went.
All right. But
first we confirm. Sino asks Isak to wait nearby.
Sino is super vigilant.
Ah, you're back already.
we just wanted to confirm something with you. Do you know a boy by the name of Isak?
I had a feeling he'd go looking for you.
Huh? You knew this would happen?
Yes. Although he tried his best to stay hidden, I still noticed him eavesdropping outside the window. Isak's parents were both Aramite mercenaries who rarely returned to the village after finding employment in the city. Unfortunately, it was only a few years before his grandpa passed away. Isak was still very young. Later, an elderly mad scholar arrived at the village. Isak thought the scholar bore a striking resemblance.
You
However,
spied on him.
the scholar was unkempt in appearance and incoherent in speech. Although Isak, one summer night, the oft mumbling and bumbling Grandpa suddenly calmed down and seemed to become more lucid. So Grandpa walked up to Isak and patted him on the head. He even took Isak to the entrance of the village, where he patiently taught the boy the names of the stars, and accompanied him. The next morning, Isak woke up and wanted to go find his grandpa again, only to realize his grandpa no longer recognized him. It's said that those who saw the scholar claimed he no longer appeared to be crazy, but appeared to be living in his own world. Isak was thrilled that his grandpa was able to find peace and would follow him.
All this somehow just makes Paimon feel really sad.
Perhaps.
Yeah. Yeah,
Nearly
it's kind of
everyone
terrible.
who lives in the desert has some form of hardship or regret. But even so, it's also my reason for...
Lucid Grandpa was probably Nahida. She must have soothed the other mad scholars as well. So it was Nahida that took him to the edge of the thing, the edge of the village, taught him the name of the stars, healed his mind and left, so he wasn't lucid anymore, but he was calmer and at peace. He's probably connected the dots
Maybe
as well.
the people have always had a considerate god watching over them.
Huh? What did you...
No, nothing. As long as Isak keeps his...
Perhaps you are more compassionate than I gave you credit for.
We know Nahida's going to be available in the next patch, and I'm 100% pulling for her because she is adorable.
Oh, it's you guys. We've cleared everything up. Let's go find your grandpa.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Let's ask the local residents some questions.
All right. Dreams, emptiness, and deception complete. And that's okay. So that is the end of Act 3. We are here in the desert. Set to explore. I gotta get the Gnostic hymn, don't I? Yeah. All right. All right, so I'm going to do probably a little more exploring of the desert, maybe unlocking some of these waypoints. But we will be back tomorrow with the next part of this game. We will be back tomorrow for Act 4 of the ARCHON quest line. I don't know if it's going to end at Act 4. I mean, so far in our story, Mondstadt was 3 acts. Liyue was 3 acts. I guess Dainsleif would be his own act. Inazuma was a prologue and 3 acts. Jade Chamber Rising Interlude. The Chasm. This is more Dainsleif in the Chasm. And there we go. And Sumeru Act 3. So I can't see Sumeru just being 4 acts. We have so much we have to tie up. We have to explore the desert, find these missing people, find out what's going on with the Scarlet King, deal with Doctore, deal with Balladeer, who's becoming a god, find out what happened between Balladeer and A, because we last saw him, we knew he was in Inazuma. We know Balladeer, Scaramouche, was in Inazuma. Did he get the Electronosis from the Electro Archon? From the Raiden Shogun? If so, how? I'm really curious about what's going on there. Or is maybe he getting the power by becoming a god in order to take down his mother? I don't know. I don't know. No, I do not. So it seems like we have a lot to do. So I feel like Sumeru is probably going to be 5 to 6 acts. If I had to make my guess. I'm pretty sure they said, let me double check this before I sign off. I believe they said Genshin Sumeru story 3.0 to 3.2, I think it was. Okay, yeah, so I think... Oh, there's story leaks. I got to avoid that. Nope. Okay, so there we go. So the story, I forgot. The story was going to be in 3.0 all the way up to 3.2. So if 3.0 had Act 1 and Act 2, 3.1, which came out today, had Act 3 and Act 4, I'm guessing 3.2 is going to have Act 5 and Act 6, or Act 5 and that's the end. Let's check Genshin 3.2 release date. We know the banner is going to be Nahida and Layla. Nahida, of course, the Dendro Archon, Lesser Lord Kusanali. And the Layla is going to be the new 4-star. The half-awake, half-asleep cryo user. Very excited for Nahida, though. I'm going to pull for her. Okay, so that all comes out November 2nd. So we got a full month between then and now. We got a lot of time to pull for Venti. We know the first half of this banner, obviously, we pulled on today was Sino. And I'm probably in my free time going to pull on Venti. I don't think I'm going to pull on that on stream. I might pull on the weapon banner because I really do like the look of that staff. I do. You know what? I got 31 wishes here. I'm going to end the stream with a 10 pull. Why not? Nothing good. But I'll end it with a 10 pull. The bell. Official, I already C6'd you. It's nothing. Nothing. Here we go. This is how we'll end the stream. With us getting the only 5-star on this banner that I'm missing is Jean. If I get a Jean, I'll lose my mind. I have everyone else. Let's see who we got, though. We got another Rust. That's cool. That's our 4th Rust today. Well, that's just heartbreaking. I'm just going to skip. Oh, we got a Sayu. That's just heartbreaking. Aquila Favonia. Alright. On that bummer of a note, we'll be back tomorrow, guys, on Twitch streaming Act 4 of Sumeru, the ARCHON quest line. Make sure to tune in. Thank you guys so much. That's the end of this thing. Bye.